Alright.
Legends for a typical day of work on the Rift.
What is this video? I don't want to watch League of Legends.
Defeat.
But instead of following my usual pattern of asking for more pain, today was different. Why stay in this 15-year abusive relationship when there are other attractive candidates on the market? I needed a break and just had to decide on which game to play.
Oh no!
A game that was made in 2008 before the era of ChatGPT tricking me into thinking I've been talking to real women was the game I needed, and just to double down on the amount of time I would be wasting by doing this, I would also be playing the hardcore version of the game. Which, outside of a word I type into many search bars, is also a mode of this MMO where if your character dies, you are done and all the time you've spent on it goes to shit. What could go wrong? I knew that a no-name who goes by Soda Papa or something would be creating a streamer guild with Mr. Kiff, which was clearly going well.
He's not dead. He's not dead.
I know. 3, does he understand? Does he f***ing understand? You're both at fault. You are both at fault. I do not give a Why?
He's a coward buff.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm gonna go out.
And I figured I'm a regular to the big stream world, so I'd shoot my shot.
Who is this Rav guy? Is it the League Rav guy? I don't know who the fuck Rav.
I told him I was kind of a big deal in the most toxic community online, to which he said, bad player at this.
Alright, I've seen enough. This is good enough. Alright, Rav, you're in the guild. Welcome.
So it was said.
What?
Don't worry, during the days I will still be clocking my hours making League of Legends videos. After all, I need that Raid Shadow Legends bag, but at night I will be going by a different identity. A dwarf hunter, aka the class most associated with people who have room temperature IQs, but they—
Oh wait, yo, press 1 in the chat if you play a dwarf, bro. Where are my dwarf giga chads at in the chat? Damn, the
get to
dwarf
tame a pet,
chads
and
in the
according to
chat.
data, only 1% of them actually survive until max level, so there was only one thing left to do. I spawn into what I can only imagine the inside of Charlie Sheen's nostril looks like, but I'm freezing my wet dick off, so I talk to my homeboy Sten, who is all like, prove you're not a pussy by killing a few wolves in the area and I'll give you a pair of mittens, which seems like a task and reward combo on par with my pledging a fraternity days back in college, so it should be a cakewalk.
Bro, what are these Valorant sounds?
I popped my level up cherry in the process, to which it's customary to say ding in guild chat, and if you don't, you are doing it wrong. Everyone congratulates me, then homie Sten gives me my reward for euthanizing the ragged bitches. I picked up a cute dress in the process, so I was practically ready to start competing in women's sports. Then we got down to business. Some of the local lazy as fuck townsfolk were like, we've got one hell of a trog problem. Rumor is Donna, one of the old dwarfs, had an ugly ass baby decades ago and they just left it out in the cold, but its ugly gene mutated, the thing replicated, and now there's these little short ape looking fuck faces that the dudes back at the village don't want anywhere near their wives, and it was now my problem to deal with these ugly assholes swinging femur bones at me.
Bro,
I run
what
into a few
is
dudes who
this?
set up camp out in the woods. I'm thinking to get a little nuts to butt snuggling by the campfire, Brokeback Mountain style, but he whose last name describes his facial hair tells me he triple dog dares me to genocide the village of trolls over there. He says if I get close enough I will see that they are taller than us, fitter than us, and they sound Jamaican, so they are probably good in bed and he can't have them near his wife. But despite me being concerned over why all these dudes are so insecure about their sex lives, I oblige nabbing me a bit of a slaughter sesh. He's like, dope, fist bump, here's an axe, which would be cool if I wasn't a hunter, where 90% of my attacks come from my gun, which coincidentally is named the same thing I call my side chick's ass.
Think that's funny, do ya?
Anyways, I meet
Bro,
my first
what?
sensei. He teaches me how to poison bitches, among other things. I'm all like, wax on, wax the fuck off, homie, before I have my first interaction with a female. She wasn't the one. Then after eliminating the population of nearly every race that could have sex with the native dwarves' wives, I just have to kill one last troll. Now as a League player I'm not accustomed to the idea of other players wanting to help each other accomplish a common goal, but I give it a go and invite them to my party.
Wait, true.
The assassination
That's
of Brick
true.
near the cold goes smooth as shit, and to that I want to thank these homeboys Sabur and Penis Veins for their assistance. But at this point I'm feeling like I'm growing out of my small town roots. I'm able to pull so many trogs at once. I'm more outnumbered than a young Riley Reid on a casting couch, and after being able to finish each one of them off with ease, I figure it's time to visit Sensei one more time, tell him I'm out this bitch, and take my talents to the South Beach, or anywhere away from this cum dumpster wasteland of a starting
Dude, this
zone.
is actually a good
Turns
video.
out the only way out of my incest-ridden hometown is through some supposedly deadly tunnel, as every Tom, Dick, and Harry is warning me against walking through.
I can't get through the pass myself. The trogs in the tunnel are extremely hostile.
So needless to say, my ass cheeks were clenched going in.
Bro, did anybody start playing WoW recently and they just came to the game? I feel like all of this I've done
Turns out
1,000
some bald
times, but
Chad
this is all
paved the
new
way,
to
and
some
outside
people.
of running away from one ugly wife fucker, and I don't see why that midget was so scared. Anyways, a streamer named after Deli Meats taught me that I can tag mobs and then have this 9 to 5 pencil pusher do all the work to
A
kill them
streamer
while I
named
get all the
after
credit,
Deli
which is
Meats?
hashtag
Who-
capitalism. As you can see, I
Who is he
exploited
talking
this dumb
about?
shit face for a while until he eventually caught on and stopped helping.
Oh, Tommy Salami! Dude, this is fucking hilarious,
The
man.
gamer
Oh my
in me played
god.
the NPC, and then instant karma hit as my first real fight on this side of the tunnel was looking like my last.
Yo, Andy Logan, thank you for the prime sub, man.
Not even close, baby. Then I hit the town, gave all the cousins their love letters from the pussies on the other side, and I was ready to continue my quest in the new land.
Tommy
Now, small travel
Salami.
tip: if you've never been to Carano's, don't. These were some of the most lazy drunken fucks I've ever met. They had me running around doing dog shit errands for them, like picking up the box of condoms that innkeeper Baleem left at the campsite. Real boring stuff, and I was planning to leave and hit up that forest with the tall chicks when I saw the most beautiful piece of ass in a Yeti cave. It was instant chemistry.
Autobots roll out.
True.
That is until she got some of Daddy's bag, and then I was practically invisible to her, so I knew just the way to get her attention. Put myself in danger in a one-life version of the game, so she has to save me. It didn't work, and I've deemed tall Queen Sarah a gold-digging bitch because of it. Anyways, I met a dude named Tundra who had a tall ass. He left a box of nudes in a cave, and now some perverted elite Yeti was puppy guarding them. As a level 8, if something like this even touched me, I would be dazed, dead, and dicked over with a pissed off Papa Soda to report to, so I really only had one option. But I had a plan.
Bro, the Yeti. Yo, chat, who's died to this in hardcore? I've died to this thing like twice in hardcore. Yeah, this Yeti fucks, chat. You gotta kite him to the guards. Yeah, this guy's kiting him so far.
That's right, even a random normie whispered me in amazement of my raw masculinity, and let's just say the box of Tundra's nudes was secured. Now, to all the women in my life who said I was awful at finding that right spot, I'll have you know that when it comes to getting beasts to the literal perfect pixel where an NPC will do my work for me, I was a pro. I had my first run-in with a Chinese bot who stole a chest from me, and then after more mindless questing I hit level 10, which to those of you who didn't waste half your childhood playing this game is a big deal for hunters, because it means you can learn how to domesticate a beast to be your pet. First, you have to prove yourself fit to be a father to Sensei by adopting a few temporary bastards, which is kind of like in middle school where they give you that crying doll as a lesson to teach you to use condoms, and in some cases here I even had to
The
deal
fuck
with
is
a
he
jealous
talking
best
about? I
friend.
never got a
Once I
doll.
proved myself a responsible parent, it was time to find my soulmate, and I already knew what I wanted. A fucking pig. I named my big black pig Howie, and with that, a new lifelong adventure was about to blossom. A short King Ginger, and the thing that would ultimately be responsible for wiping the guild in a raid. Attention gamers, previously on my...
That was actually funny as.
When I really stop and think
Like a stone I start to sink, currents dragging me under the surface. When the stars are all erased, you're the light that never fades, always guiding me